And right now, Gene starts by reviewing John Hughes' newest film, which is about a kid who takes a day off from school.
I was very disappointed by Hughes in this film called Ferris Bueller's Day Off, because I've been a fan of writer-director Hughes and the lead actor of this film, Matthew Broderick, for a long time. The story would be simple enough to do well. It's the story of a bright, aggressive kid who decides to ditch school and have one great day with some friends, and particularly help out his best male friend. Part of the style of the film is that Broderick looks directly into the camera and talks to us a lot. Now, that's a very bold move in the movies, usually reserved for the very funny words of someone like Woody Allen. But Matthew Broderick has nothing special to say when he looks us straight in the eye.
How could I possibly be expected to handle school on a day like this? This is my 9th sick day this semester. It's getting pretty tough coming up with new illnesses. If I go for 10, I'm probably going to have to barf out the lung. So I better make this one count. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I do have a test today. It's on European socialism. I mean, really, what's the point? I'm not European. I don't plan on being European. So who gives a crap if they're socialists? They can be fascist anarchists. It still wouldn't change the fact that I don't own a car.
So much for the history of man. Anyway, Ferris grabs his best pal and girlfriend, and their lark includes lunch in a fancy restaurant.
4,000 restaurants in the downtown area. I picked the one my father goes to.
We're pinched for sure.
No way, Cameron. When the meat get pinched, the boat survives. Let's go.
Let's surrender.
Never.
Dave, I know it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse in this one, but I'm telling you that that's not the case.
We don't have the money. We don't have the money.
Dave, you're one of the brightest guys in this business. You know what it takes to push this over the top. We're going to go heavy on TV, lighten up on the radio on the screen, okay?
That wasn't very exciting. Later, at a German-American Day parade in downtown Chicago, Ferris gets the whole town rocking to something other than a famous German-American song. That scene didn't thrill me, and I live in Chicago. This picture, which is a tribute to Chicago, which is also writer-director John Hughes' hometown, is not as fresh or as funny or as energetic as another Chicago tribute movie, The Blues Brothers. And frankly, that's because Ferris Bueller doesn't do anything much fun. The fancy restaurant scene is a weak imitation of the one in Beverly Hills Cop. The way Ferris fools his principal in ditching school is ridiculous low comedy involving the principal getting bitten by a dog and stepping into mud. Nothing special happens when the kids go to a ball game and they don't even sit in the bleachers where all the kids love to sit when they go to Cubs games. How bad is this film? The most interesting characters are developed right at the end of this picture. A little romance develops between Ferris's mean sister, Jennifer Grey, who's kind of cute, and a troublemaking kid played by Charlie Sheen. I would have followed them in the movie, but that's too little, too late.
You know, they say never take an expert to see a movie because he won't be able to see the forest for the trees. I think you're so eager to find little flaws in the picture's view of Chicago that you're not looking at the movie. I mean, I don't think it matters whether they get the best seats at Wrigley Field or not. This is a sweet, inoffensive, heartwarming little movie about a kid who's trying to help his friend win some self-respect. And on that basis, I think it works, and I thought it was sort of entertaining.
But Roger, I point out some little mistakes, but I point out very big mistakes, which is this whole sections of comedy, limp of comedy involving the school principal. I mean, I don't think you were laughing at any of that stuff. And the other thing is this whole mentioning of helping his friend, that is just snuck in at the end. And I think that most of the picture is about Ferris fooling his parents, fooling the teacher. If you put a clock on it, most of it is about that fooling.
I think
this film needs to be redirected and edited.
I think you can kind of see, if you watch the film attentively, that generally speaking, Ferris Bueller has a bigger plan in that day than just simply skipping school. As for the principal, I agree, it was slapstick. The actor, Jeffrey Jones, incidentally, who played the Emperor in Amadeus, gives a real good job, though, of being an interesting school dean, and I thought his performance was interesting, even though they gave him nothing good to do. They gave him
nothing to do, and I'll tell you, the sister is the real star of the film.
We're going to get into real stars. How about Mia Sara, who plays Matthew Broderick's girlfriend, and who is one of the loveliest and freshest actresses I've seen in a long time.
And like many members of this cast, in my opinion, given absolutely nothing interesting to do.
Okay, well, I'm not saying it's a great movie, but I'm recommending it, and you're absolutely not. So.
You got it. We split on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Roger liked it. I didn't think it was that exciting of a day.